ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of hopefully older ages, because I don't think we want any minors here. I was about to say minorities, but then I was like, that's not the word.
We don't want any
And
minority.
others.
We don't want any minorities. Says the podcast that is two-thirds minorities.
That is rather ironic. Yes, it is us. It is me, most importantly, the one and only Pink Sparkle Puff. Followed by Atty the hero, who is here as well. Alex is absent today because he's sick on his deathbed and dying. We wish him the very best, but if he does pass away, I call dibs on whatever he doesn't list in his will. And the rest of you mongrels can fight for the rest that I don't take.
I'll take over his YouTube channel so that I can tank that too.
I like it. I like your thinking. Speaking of YouTube channels, let's head right into what we've got coming out this week. Because, oh boy, do I have some good stuff coming out.
All right, then go ahead.
Yes. So, this Monday, which is going to be the day after tomorrow, where this will release, Monday, Halloween. Hallelujah. Best day ever. That is going to be the day I release my Fallout 2 video. It's going to be fantastic. I loved it. I worked very hard on it. I'm very happy with it, and that will be coming out for this special occasion. I think I've got Dead by Daylight still set to be coming out over the next few days. And then I think I've got a Fallout New Vegas video set to be uploading sometime in the future, like today, tomorrow, or next week sometime. And then I think officially Fallout 3 will be coming out at the end of next week, starting in November.
Ah, nice.
So, yeah, that's going to be fun. I might try to blitz through Plants vs. Zombies tonight, see if I can get any of that out for the big Halloween day, but I'm not going to worry myself too much about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I will also be having these Smite sessions that we did coming out this week.
Ah, nice.
They're all unfiltered, unedited. It's all crap, garbage. I don't like it, but it's going out. It's gonna go out, and it's gonna be great.
Look, people need to see us getting our shit pushed in for 9 out of 10 games, and then one game we get hard carried by Kukulkan.
Yes.
Like, I think that's actually specifically what happens in both of those sessions.
Did we ever have a Kukulkan on our team though? I felt like we only faced him.
Yeah, in one of the matches we had a very good Kukulkan on our team, which is why we won.
Yeah.
Because Kukulkan had like 13 fucking stars, which isn't that much, but it's a lot higher than any of our characters.
Yeah,
so.
It's higher than anything I've got, especially since that account is like brand spanking new. I've got maybe a level on Aphrodite, and maybe a couple levels on Gilgamesh, but aside from that, it's like I'm starting from scratch all over again.
Yeah, like if you wanna add up separate separate accounts reps, then technically I have like 13 reps on Uller, 12 or 13, I forget. But like, you know, I also haven't played Uller in 2 years. So
yeah.
That doesn't really matter for much. Like ever since Danzaburo came out, I'm just like, okay, friendship ended with Uller. Now Danzaburo is my main.
Yep.
To be fair, I do actually play Uller sometimes. It's just I don't exclusively play him when I get to play Hunter once every 5 million games.
Yeah, because like Hunter and Mage, those are always the first two choices picked by the other randos.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. Those are probably the more fun roles to play. But yeah, it does suck to consistently, almost always having to pick from Warrior or Guardian, because those are probably the least popular roles to play.
Yeah. On the bright side, I gave up on trying to amass enough money for Donzaburo, because I don't actually really like that skin all that much either. So whatever.
Oh.
Instead, I got Catless, which is a limited thing. So you know.
I'm assuming that's Cat Atlas.
Yeah.
I still have yet to play Atlas in any way.
Atlas was a lot of fun when he could actually kill people. He's still kind of fun now for the bullying aspect, but he's not as like let's just say that I had a match on Atlas release week. I had a match, or was it Sheva? I forget. Whatever. On either of their release weeks, I had a match where I was Atlas, the other guy was Sheva. Neither of us were or Shiva rather, but yeah, neither of us were patched yet, which meant that both of us were fucking broken. We were on the same team. We were on the same team, mind you. The entire match was just me and Shiva fucking just playing ping pong with the enemy team, and then the rest of our team sometimes cleared lane.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, and that's like one of those things where like, man, I'm glad they fixed that because that shouldn't work that way. But also, it was a lot of
Probably
fun.
not. Well, for the few moments that it does work that way, it's usually a blast.
Yeah, I'm sure the other team hated it though,
Oh
which is
yeah, oh
fair.
yeah. Back in the early days of Overwatch, there were a lot of times like that where there'd be a select handful, like 2 or 3 characters that were way overpowered, and then everyone else is just struggling to keep up. And I always like those times. It's fun to me. It keeps things fresh.
Yeah,
I don't really like when the games are,
overbalanced.
yeah, overbalanced. That's a great word for it.
Yeah, like
Because then it kind of takes the edge off of it. It all feels very standardized and less unique in a way.
yeah, like the Paladins got a new character that's just Sadako, pretty much,
Uh,
and she's in the free rotation even though she came out like 2 weeks ago.
oh,
So I got
that's
to play.
nice.
Yeah, so I got to play her, and she's very broken. She does not need to aim. If you are like anywhere near her crosshairs, then you get hit because that's her power. She doesn't use guns. She uses a voodoo doll, and it hurts you when you're in her vicinity, pretty much.
Okay.
Now here's the thing, though, her fire rate is very slow. So like, if you don't see her, then she kills you in 2 seconds. If you see her, then she needs to run,
Then
and
she
it,
needs to run.
yeah, and so it makes for this thing where like she is considered to be broken, an OP, which I can see, but at the same time, she is somewhat balanced in that, she's a glass cannon. She can kill people very, very easily. Also dies pretty fast, despite the fact that she has a fucking vanish, like Loki he used to have.
Yeah. Nifty.
And so like, I'm assuming they're gonna nerf her because once again, you need to look into the general direction of a person and they die. But the matches I've played with her have been fun.
Nice. And back to the topic that we were
Yeah,
started
your
on.
videos.
Eddie. Oh, I finished with what
Ah,
I've got
okay.
coming out this week, I think. So what do you have coming out on your end?
Well, nothing yet. I did start writing a script for another video on Connect Tank. I don't know if I'll finish it, but an effort was made towards starting it, so it may see the light of
Nice.
day someday. Aside from that, I've been busy with stuff that happened yesterday
Mm-hmm.
and getting ready for that. So I didn't really have a lot of time to do stuff. I want to start streaming Digimon World Next Order, but I don't know if I will. Like,
Right.
Digimon World Next Order is a very podcast game, so like, I don't know how much I could keep it interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
And just in general, like I would like to go back and start doing start streaming like I wanted to. But also like the Discord has changed a small bit since I tried to do that
Just
the
a wee
first time.
bit.
So I'm not sure how I could do that feasibly anymore.
Yeah.
Because like it's less of a thing of like I'm afraid of people barging into the call because whatever that's why I was in the call for in the first place. but
Ah,
but like I don't want to spam the Discord when no one cares.
sure, sure.
And that's pretty much the videos coming out on my end. As for the
Right.
channel, we have Sonic coming out on Monday. The the
Excellent.
the last episode of Halloween this year. Then Uh, we have Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I believe, on Friday, and I think that's it.
All right. I like it. And now for the exciting stuff of what have we done in the past 7 days. I suppose I shall start as I typically start, and I will try and fail to come up with anything interesting to say. Because boy, oh boy, did my week get derailed. Let's see. Starting off with the things I do with you, we did a thing. It was Stray. We actually managed to finish Stray. I didn't think it would happen. I thought it was going to take us the next couple of decades, and then I realized as we were playing through that game that this isn't Persona at all. So, no, we actually got through it, and that was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
it turns out game that's like 4 hours long is not Persona somehow.
Yeah, it was wild. So, yeah, we did Persona. We did not do Persona. We could have, but then, again, I got derailed. But we did do Stray. That's all finished. That'll be coming out
In
someday.
November.
November. I like
Yeah,
it.
literally the next day. No, actually, I'm wrong. I believe I edited and uploaded those videos the same day. so
Nice. I like it.
so yeah, now they're in the schedule.
Excellent. So we did Stray. Let's see. Let's see. What else did I do? I was noting this with Addy earlier. I tried many times this week and throughout the weekend to play Smite because I really wanted to play Smite. It had been a long time since I solo queued in Smite. It's been like a year. I have not played regularly since the release of Gilgamesh, and I wanted to get back into it. So I booted up Smite on my PC. I was like, oh boy, I'm gonna get stomped because I'm a scrub right now and I'm already rusty as is, and this is a brand spanking new account, so this is gonna go poorly. Let me queue up for a match anyway. I'm gonna get wrecked, but I'm gonna enjoy it because gosh darn it, there's no greater feeling than getting absolutely creamed in Smite, you know. So I'm queued up.
Yeah, but when you get the rare the common actually the fucking like five Zeus team.
Yeah, I like it. I'm queued up. I'm ready to go. The queue timer clicks down like the Jericho Millennium Clock. It's going down. Three, two, one. Buzzer sound effect. Your match is ready. Load into the match. Oh wait, no, you're not loading into the match. Your match needs more time to well, no. How did they phrase it? More time is needed to find you a match. That's a little pop-up that obviously pops up. So I'm like, okay, fair enough. There were only 30 seconds on the clock when I joined the queue. They probably do need a bit more time than 30 seconds to find me a nice balanced match. So I'll find that's fine. That's fine. I'll take it. It'll be fine. Queued up still. Match found. Oh, never mind. More time is needed to find you a match. This continues for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. At no point throughout this entire week have I ever been able to queue into a match because more time consistently is always needed to find me a match. So I guess I'm just not allowed to solo queue.
No, you have to queue up with me. I
It's
have I have I have
illegal.
I have I have John Smite on speed dial, so
Uh,
we can just get matches real quick.
that's cool.
Yeah,
He obviously doesn't like me. What a jerk. After all I've done for him,
yeah.
which is like nothing, but still, it's a thought that counts, and I maybe thought about him once, ever,
Are you sure about that?
probably. I'm not sure at all, honestly. Maybe he does have reason to hate me. I don't even know when his birthday is. I barely know when my
It,
birthday is. What
it,
am I talking
John Smite's birthday is 5.
about? Five. It's a five.
Yeah.
At some point, maybe. But yeah, I that wraps up these Smite adventures. I tried and tried and tried. I had like 20,000 different things going on in the background as I tried to get Smite going. Smite never got going. It was sad. It made me sad. Tears were shed, like one or two at least.
Maybe
But
even
yeah,
three.
maybe even three, but it just wasn't meant to be. I was not allowed to play Smite. Maybe it was God intervening. He didn't want me to go through the pain.
Yeah.
But still, I wanted to be dropkicking people as Gilgamesh this week, and it never happened. It just never happened. Gilgamesh probably isn't even that good anymore because he was so powerful at launch, but still, I want to do the Gilgamesh. Let me do it, please. And
Uh,
then,
although imagine like you conjured this image up to me, so I have to share it. But imagine if in 2000 when Jericho debuted, they did the countdown, and then instead of Jericho appearing, the fucking Titantron turns blue screens and says more time is needed to find your match.
somehow that's wildly appropriate. And outside of the Smite conundrum, I obviously played Dead by Daylight. Been doing a lot of solo queuing that. Haven't played with anybody in a while. Maybe that'll happen in the future. I don't know. Mike is kind of up in the air with his mic situation. Not the Michael situation, the microphone situation.
The microphone.
Yeah, the microphone, yes. So we'll see if that ever buffs itself out in the future or not. We don't know. And I haven't really had much contact with him as of late because he'd been taking some time away, which is fair. He did truly need a break, so let him have it. Let's see. I played Civilization. I had an idea for something I wanted to record with Civilization, but I haven't committed to doing it yet, and I've already got so much going on my plate right now that I don't really want to get started on something I probably wouldn't be able to finish rather
Yeah.
quickly because I'm already rolling through Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and those are well, New Vegas I can wrap up very, very quickly, but 3 I've not progressed any further than the first initial quote unquote levels, one could say. So it's like I don't know the plot to that game. Basically everything outside of Vault 101 and what's it called, Rivet City, Megaton, something like that.
Yeah. Something like
Outside
that.
of those general locations, it's like my knowledge of Fallout 3 goes kaput. New Vegas, I know that basically like the back of my hand. I can wrap that up if need be, super quickly. But I'm still gonna try to take a little bit of time with it because I don't want to speedrun the game because there's fun in that.
Yeah.
But Fallout 3 is a game where that kind of wanders into Persona territory. It's like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how long the game could possibly be, and it could get even longer with the more side quests that I take on over the course of the game's lifespan. So I, I'm gonna I'm not gonna try to rush through Fallout 3 because I'd like to experience it for the first time ever. But at the same time, I am probably not gonna be going out of my way to do what do they call it? I'm not gonna go out of my way to do side quests or acquire all the companions. I think that's the proper term for it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to like 100% the game. I'm just gonna try to go from beginning to end in a nice clean fashion. Maybe a side mission here or there, but for the most part, I'm gonna try to stay quote unquote on topic for the main mission. So I don't know if it'll be a quick playthrough. I don't know if it's a rather long game and it will eventually add up into a long playthrough. But we'll see. That's kind of the mystery there. And with that looming over my shoulders there, I didn't want to start up a Civilization playthrough, which, you know, average game of Civilization for me, probably about 24 hours, give or take. So that'd be a lot of recording time to add on top of the a lot of Fallout 3 time, on top of the a lot of time I want to spend in Fallout New Vegas, on top of also wanting to record like two other different things. So yeah, probably not going to do anything with Civilization 6 in the immediate future, but come November-ish, like later November into Christmas, I'll probably get something Civilization type going.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see. Let's see. What else did I do? Let me check Steam real quick. Nothing out of the ordinary. I already touched up on all those. Um, why is Street Fighter not downloaded yet? I thought I set that to download. Interesting. Well, that's good. I checked Steam then.
Yes.
uh, see, nothing on there. So Switch. I just played Super Nintendo. Yeah, Super Nintendo Kart. Played that on my Switch for a little while. Had fun with it. Nostalgia is always great. But outside of that, I think that about wraps up my week. Didn't watch any scary movies lately. Haven't watched any movies lately, for that matter. So yeah, I think I can pass the baton off to Effie.
All right. Well, as for me, I've been playing a good bit of Dragon Quest Builders 2. I played the first one as well, but not as much. And
And
yeah,
I feel like you talked about. Did you tell me about Dragon Quest Builders at some point? Because it sounds kind of familiar. I don't remember
we talked about
podcast yesterday.
we talked about the other Dragon Quest games on last week's podcast, and or were some of them, and I talked about Builders 2 in the text chat.
Ah, yeah. I knew it sounded familiar to me, but I couldn't place my finger on why.
But yeah, so Dragon Quest Builders 2 is a it's a Minecraft clone. But you see, this game is from third person, which makes all the difference. I mean,
Really?
it somewhat does. Like Builders 2 adds a first person camera, so the game genuinely just becomes Minecraft. But the third person camera being as involved as it is does make a big difference between how the game works.
Yeah.
Um, Dragon Quest Builders is a story based game, both of them,
I
and
bet.
the like it's not like Terraria or Minecraft, because Terraria has some light story, but not too much. This game is with this game they tried to make an RPG that is also a building game, and it's kind of neither.
Okay.
Like it is a building game, but also you need to uh like get farther into the story to um to unlock recipes for stuff instead of finding them out on your own. There's also this like clan management system or something like that I don't know, but you need to build cities, and the people who live in the cities eventually learn how to build from you by just watching you somehow.
Ah.
And so that's something you have to play around. But then so far they haven't really done a whole lot in utilizing that mechanic, in my opinion. Like I'm on the second big island. There's I don't know how many there are, but the game has one main island you're supposed to live on, and then you have all of the other islands that you actually go to. Like the island that you live on is kind of just like, okay, so you finished this chapter, let's go to the next one, and that's pretty much it.
Mm.
But yeah, like aside from the main island stuff, you don't really get to play around with the townspeople actually building stuff on their own. Then you're just having to give them um the materials. Sometimes they just go out and get those two themselves. But yeah, like you get to play around with it like near the end of a chapter where you do stuff with that town, and then you're like, okay, so I guess I'll go back to the main island now. Where that has nothing on it. You just take like 5 people with you, and then you go to the
Uh-huh.
next island, and you have to start over.
See.
Um, it has its fun moments. Like I've been playing it as like a background game, so I can listen to
Yeah.
stuff while I'm also doing something.
Yeah.
And it's good for that because I can just skip all of the dialogue, all 5 million hours of it. That's all the same. Like the dialogue, you know, for the amount of text boxes there are in the game, you would assume that the dialogue would be fun or at least interesting or something, and it's all just I hate you because you're not part of the cult that I am a part of. Oh no, you built something that's heresy, and then you build them a house, and you go, never mind. I am not no longer part of the cult. I will now be a part of the cult of you. Cool. And then that's pretty much it. They did do this with like 30 people every island,
Interesting.
and
Sounds
so
like a.
yeah,
I don't know. Does sound like kind of a quote unquote background game.
yeah. Like once like the game would be a lot better for a background game if the text boxes skipped by themselves. that's the that's my only gripe with it so far is that like I can't just let the game do its thing and then put the controller down. I have to actively tell it to continue with the story that I don't actually care about.
I see.
But yeah, like otherwise I don't really have much to say about it. It's just Minecraft but with a story and like AI people. With AI people that actually do stuff, not unlike the villagers. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, then I've been playing Paladins because I want to play Overwatch, but I won't. I mean, does anyone have any more reason to play Paladins over Overwatch now that Overwatch is free?
No.
No, wait, I found a reason. It's a bad one, but it's a reason technically. Overwatch doesn't have Ruby.
I think that's the reason to play Overwatch instead.
Yes, you are right. But there are those 5 people out there who are like, yes, Ruby.
Yes, I love Ruby.
Right now, I'm playing it right now as we speak, and there's a guy getting tilted in a bot game, as you do.
As you do. I feel like Ruby is like the biggest anime ever that nobody talks about.
Ruby is not even is barely an anime. Like Avatar, whatever. Like technically, anime just means any animated animation. That's pretty much it. Animated short or whatever. Okay,
Right.
but like you know, Ruby, like I don't even know what I could liken it to. Like Ruby's anime at home.
Ah.
The guy who did the fight scenes in the first 2 seasons was apparently really good. I don't know. I saw a fight scene that he made. I thought it kind of sucked, but whatever. And apparently, the fight scenes were the only thing that people watch it for, and the guy died. So
Oh.
pretty much the only reason that I see anyone cites for what is still watching Ruby is just well I've watched the first couple seasons. I might as well see it through, which is
Those are the worst kinds of people.
yeah. And like apparently the series tried to have stuff to say, it just somehow didn't. Like they brought up like uh racism, I guess technically like speciesism because animal people existed apparently, and
Yeah.
then the animal people existed to be like, oh no, racism bad. And then once the main chick said that, they were like, okay, animal people cease, which is you know like apparently there's supposed to be like a guy or two people who are part of the main cast um that can like turn into crows or something like that. And aside from that, no more mention of animal people or their plight,
I see.
which wouldn't matter as much if there wasn't apparently like an entire season dedicated to um dedicated to how their plight matters a lot to the world. But yeah, Aside from that, like the show looks fucking hideous. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like if memory serves, and it probably improved as the seasons went on. But the first couple seasons, from my memory, looked like Code Lyoko, and Code Lyoko came out like in 2000 or 2001.
Oof. It's usually not a good indicator.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where like I get that CG is technically cheaper than hand animated than anything. But at the same time, when your budget is so small that even the CG has to look like it was made 10 years prior, maybe don't. Like maybe wait until you can have a bigger budget. But yeah, let me just sent us a message on the side.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
My my computer faded to black, so I can't see
Uh
it.
yeah. He's sick, but also he would have had to leave anyway. So
Ah, it's fine.
yeah,
I figured he would be able to make it.
yeah,
That's why I tried to hop on earlier than usual, but then my own computer had issues, and that didn't happen. And I came in like an hour late.
yeah. But yeah, so that's paladins, I guess. I've been logging into Smite every day just to get money, pretty much. Cause
I
like
like it.
Because like genuinely, the reason I've been playing paladins is because paladins doesn't give you money if you just pop on. Paladins requires you to actually play at least a match every time you log in, so you can get the premium currency. So that's the reason. That's
Ah,
the reason I play paladins.
I see.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, like I didn't do a whole lot else. I didn't draw this week. And the thing that took up most of my week was getting ready for a Halloween event at my school that was a fucking disaster.
Oh no.
I'm sure you saw my what I posted yesterday.
Yep, yep.
Yes, today, because fuck, dude. But yeah, uh, I don't even know where to begin. um, so basically, what happened was the kids at the school wanted to have a Halloween party. All right, my mom being the person who has to do that stuff for the school was like, okay, we'll try to make this work. The kids proceeded to talk with her about it for a week. This was a month ago. And then
Okay.
everything else, she had to just be like, okay, so this will what happened. And then when she raised it, they were like, eh.
Yeah.
And no one from the kids put in the smallest bit of effort, even towards just being like, okay, that's a good idea, or this is what I think we should do, or this is how long I think we should be there for, which is one of the things that caused a problem, because some of the kids thought that the party would be going uh until today. No.
That's a long ass party.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, some of the people that came to the party with the idea that it would last that long, because those kids told them that it would last that long. My mom was not consulted on how long the party would be, because then she would have told them it will last until like 10 in the evening,
Yeah.
because we are like we were in the school building for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then uh like the party was supposed to start at 6 and then end at 10. you know, a pretty alright time for an event, for a school event at least, you know.
Yeah.
So come 6. By the way, like I slept 4 hours. I words. Yeah, I slept for 4 hours. Because we had to get up early so everything can be fine and we can finalize our costumes, which by the way were a requirement for the event that no one fucking actually did.
Oh,
One person came in with face paint. That's it.
okay.
Like like me and my mom were the only people in costume, so that was great.
Right.
But yeah, so we have to finalize the costumes and make them work and stuff like that. All right. So I woke up with 4 hours of sleep. We do whatever stuff needs to be done at home. Then we head out at fucking 12 p.m. Yes, we head out
Yeah.
at 12 p.m. to the school so we can get stuff together in the building before it begins. Okay, we start doing stuff. Shit's fine. Kids arrive at 5, even though the event starts at 6. Three of them. Alright, cool. By the way, all three of them high as a kite. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, it sounds like yeah. Yep. Sure.
But yeah, whatever. We handle it. They help with decorating the building because that's not done yet because they came an hour early. Okay, and then we wait. And then we wait. By the way, like the event was supposed like the way this was discussed with the kids is that one of the kids would bring the sound system and stuff like that because they have that shit at home. All of them would bring like food and drink because we don't have a budget to provide that shit, and they wanted this shit. Like
Yeah.
we can help with the organization, but we can't help with the rest that much because you know the school doesn't have a budget.
Yeah.
And also even if the school had a budget, we can't buy booze because it's a fucking school. That's also a big
Right.
thing. And obviously these are like fucking teenagers, so they want booze.
Mm-hmm.
And so of course booze was there, but nothing else because who fucking needs to eat for like 6 hours?
Me and only me, I suppose.
And then I don't even like I lost the plot in my complaining. but but yeah, oh yeah, so the kids come in who are high. Whatever, they help with decorating. To finish up decorating. All right. The kid with the sound system is like, I'm gonna be there by 6. He was not there by 6. All right, we message him. He goes, shit got delayed. I'm gonna be there an hour late. He wasn't there an hour late. We waited 2 hours for him to arrive. All right, no one's there. Only these 4 people. Also, he doesn't have the sound system. He has to wait to leave. All right, so he comes in, fucking like speaks like two sentences. Goes and leaves to get the sound system, which takes another hour. So
Good lordy.
we are 3 hours late on the scheduled start. 3 people are there. Fine, whatever. We wait for the kid to come back. The other kids, as we found out later. Well, actually, no. I'll come back to this when it comes up in the story. But yeah, we wait for the kid. In the meantime, another kid arrives. They're surprised that nothing is happening, which is fair. But yeah, this is so we are 4 hours late to the start of this thing, and only just now does the sound system arrive. We plug it together. We make sure it works. All right, cool. 5 hours in, we have 5 people at the party, quote unquote. which we can't start because then 2/5 of the people there go, no, we have to wait for this person to arrive before we can begin.
Jesus?
You cut out.
Seriously?
Yes. And this is a sentence that we'll come back to a lot. So,
Oh no.
yeah. So, okay. Like, once again, 5 hours late. Maybe? No, it wasn't that long. I have my math off. I think. Maybe. I don't know. No, it was 5 hours late. Shit. Whatever. Slowly. Oh yeah, so with the 5 people, we go until like 9 p.m. Remind you, the thing is supposed to stop at 10.
Okay.
So 9 p.m. We're still like they're still like we can't start the party because this person is not here. By the way, the high kids, they called in their friends who are also high. So now there's 5 of them.
Of course there are.
Yeah. So 5 high kids and then two who are only drunk. Only quote unquote drunk.
Oh. Well, good for them.
But yeah. Alright. Shit sucks. We want to go home. Neither of us have eaten. Neither me or my mom. I haven't recorded shit, even though that's the reason I'm there. Nothing happened. It's 5 hours late. Alright, cool.
Oh
Turns
boy.
out, the high kids, they vandalized the outside of the school.
Oh, joy.
Yeah. That became a big argument between one of the drunk kids and the high kid who vandalized the outside of the school because that's playing with my mom's job. There was a lot of yelling and threats of violence. We didn't let it come to blows because that's an even fucking bigger issue.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then once that's settled, it's 10 p.m. The scheduled stop time. The person that we had to wait for to start the party arrives. They go, no, we can't start the party until this other person arrives. I told her to go fuck herself. No, not exactly that way. But like, I didn't use that wording, but I told her, I don't care about this party. I don't care about your friend. I don't care about you. You get your shit together and leave. I want to sleep. Pretty much. So then the next half an hour is back and forth between my mom and the kids, telling them that no, we are not going to party until the next morning. Also, we need to remove the high kids because they are causing fucking problems.
Right.
So slowly, the high kids get their shit together. They leave. For a second, it looked like they stole one of the teachers' wireless speakers or whatever, the Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was another like small bit where the high kids left, but then the drunk kids ran after them to search their bags. And then it turned out they didn't steal it, so at least they didn't do that.
Silver lining.
Yeah. But yeah. So after all of this, uh, we just pretty much like the speaker seemingly being stolen was the that's it was the straw that broke the camel's back for my mom. So she was just like, okay, we the two of us are packing everything. If they can go wherever they want.
Yeah.
So we started taking out all of the decorations, everything, just fucking cleaning up and stuff like that. Well, as much as you could. Oh, by the way, I forgot one thing, which is that once it actually reached the high kid who vandalized the building. Once it reached his brain that what he did will be a problem for my mom. He did try to rectify it. Like he did actually try to take the graffiti down. It just didn't work. It made it worse.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's a thing of like, he was an asshole. Well, at least he tried to fix it. But he was still a fucking
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
uh so yeah, we pack our shit together. The kids, the drunk kids, were like, "Oh, all right, we'll help with cleaning up at least." Then they didn't. They packed their shit and left.
Of course they did.
Yeah. So once we're done with everything, one of the kids went missing. Okay, where the fuck did he go? He has to still be in the school or something because, you know. All right. Eventually, we find him. One of the classrooms has a sofa in it. I can't tell you why, but actually, two of them have sofas in it, and I can't tell you why. But yeah, so he was sleeping on one of those. The exact second that we found him, one of the drunk girls comes back, bawling her eyes out because she lost her phone.
Typical.
This is midnight, mind you.
Yeah.
Like the event was supposed to stop 2 hours ago, and we're still in the school cleaning up and having to deal with this shit. All right, we go and look for her phone while she stays in the school. We locked them in because at that point, fuck letting them go. Like we couldn't what you call it, like risk them hurting themselves by leaving while we're not there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went to the route that she said she took, found the phone, went back, gave it to her. All right, cool. And then one of the kids was just KO. Like he couldn't leave. The other one had nowhere to go because they don't live in the city, and the last bus left. And obviously, this is our problem.
Yeah.
Both of these.
Of course it is.
So I left the school at 6 a.m. because that's when we could actually like let them go on their way and fuck off finally.
Oof.
So yeah, like technically now I've slept. Now I've slept 4 or 8 hours in the past 2 days, but still,
Oof.
yeah. Uh, and yeah, that's how yesterday's event went. My mom is not in trouble because well, my mom is not in trouble. Her coworkers are because there were supposed to be three of them, but the other teachers didn't show up. So the other teachers will uh get us turn talking to. I'm gonna assume
Yeah. Hopefully.
because it was a thing of like when it was 7 kids, then one teacher can handle that. One teacher can handle keeping them into one room or at least watching over where they are and what they do. This
Yeah.
this was somewhere between 10 and 30 kids. Some of them who don't even go to this school. So you would need a couple more teachers.
Ah,
And then also like that, let's not forget these are fucking like teens. These are early teens. And boy,
boy, oh boy.
yeah. And that's the story of how I spent this Friday and how like I told my mom like it is mandatory that I go to these events because of my mom, pretty much. I told her that
Yeah.
I don't want to anymore, which is pretty much
I don't blame you.
which is pretty much as much as I can quit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like this sucked. Like the last one that I had to go to sucked as much as well because they fucking smuggled in booze then too. But at least on that event, no one drunk themselves so much that it actually caused problems. Nor did anyone arrive high. Which like really the person being high isn't the problem. The person vandalizing shit what is the problem. It's just one left fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Lead. There we go. One led to the other.
Yeah.
Uh and yeah. I think that's all I've done.
I'd say good stuff, but that didn't sound good at all.
Yeah. The other opposite of good stuff. Bad nothing. Which is
Bad
actually
nothing.
which is actually an apt description. Uh but yeah. So I think we can call it a podcast.
I think we can.
So yeah. I nearly did the fucking fighting games or outro. The lack of sleep. So yeah. I guess we'll see you next time.
Or will we?